Hey guys, Ray here from Two Gaming Girls, and today we're going to start a brand new series. I'm kind of dubbing this my Choose Your Own Adventure build series. So the way I think this is going to work, and cross your fingers that it does, it's I'm going to build something, and then by the end of the build I'm going to give you 2 to 3 choices on what happens next, and depending on what you guys vote on for the next video, that's kind of the build I'm gonna take it in. But these aren't going to be just do I build a house or do I build a shipyard. We're building a medieval village, a medieval town. Eventually we'll start off small, but some of the questions sometimes are going to be like, what direction should the town take? What bad thing is going to happen to the village? Maybe there's a plague, or maybe there's some kind of mass destruction, or maybe they're invaded. It's going to be not always a straight up build question that you guys are going to get. Sometimes it really is going to be more story based. So that's kind of the weird tie I'm trying to do. So it's not just building, it's also a story that you guys are going to help develop, and your story choices will lead to the kind of things that happen in this medieval town. So with that, let's get started. So you can see here, I picked out this area. It is, let me zoom out. This is, I believe, map 5, based off of this little area here. I can tell it's map 5. We are way down here in the southern tip, and if I zoom back in, I picked out this place. Originally I picked up out here, and then I thought, how did the first settler even end up here? So I thought maybe coming down here to the coastline where there's rivers and things like that might be a better starting point. So we're going to start right here, this clearing. We're going to assume that our first little villager landed here, and we're going to give him a home, but I have high hopes for this. As you can see, we have this nice little river. It does not quite connect right up in here, but we can make that happen later if we want. But it goes all the way around. We have mountains. We have a much deeper forest area and more lakes. We even have some kind of the canyons over here. So we have a lot of options. I'm leaning towards this way, but we'll see what you guys decide is next. Right now, we've got to get our first villager a home. So I was thinking something very simple for this first build. I mean, they don't have a whole lot of supplies. We're going to assume that they came with something. And I'm thinking, where should this house be? Should it be right up in here where everyone can see? No, you know what? I think they would build a little further back just so that people coming by on ships couldn't quite see them. Ooh, maybe right up in here. Maybe they'd build by the lake so they have another water source, but they can also get over to the ocean and the rivers over there. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna get a blueprint I did. Look at mine, and I don't remember what I called it. This is the starter kind of block that I use. So what I called it starts with an A. I was like, oh, I thought advanced was the middle name, but anyway, here it is. I had another one. Yeah, here's the basic one I did, and I kind of upgraded it. So I'm going to grab this, and I don't normally buy kits, but for time's sake, we're going to go ahead and buy this one. And I think our house is going to be up here. We're going to have to clear out a little land, or maybe we want it. Let's see what's on the other side of this. Maybe it's right here. Maybe we'll do one right up in here. Whoa, almost jumped over the edge. I like that. We'll do this. I don't have to clear out trees. We'll do it right here. That means I'm going to set this up out of the way. Let's put it right here. And we'll get this built. This will just help me get things started. So if you want this, it is in the workshop now. I did add it. I built it just for myself, but I figured some other people might want to use it as well. And these display the icons up there, and you can change that. On the blueprint, there's a link to how you can change those to be whatever icons you want that makes sense for what you normally are doing. This kind of covers the things that I normally need. And on the back side, we're going to add a teleporter, and we need our bed right there. And I obviously forgot one of the processors, or the forges, I mean, right there. All right. So I'm going to assume that whoever first lands here is going to use pretty much what's in the area, and it seems to be mostly cragwood. So I brought a bunch of different wood types with me. Let's bring down the cragwood. And I'm thinking we're going to keep it slightly simple. So we have a couple stone options to work with. Let's just see which one I like. So if we do this with our walls, this is assuming they had some really basic, they're just taking the big boulders in the area to build their house. That's one look. Or maybe they're taking smaller. That could work. Now we also have, I think I'm going to make only one part of this build a little bit taller. It is, again, just our first little villager. I don't see them doing a huge thing. That's why I don't think I'm going to use the limestone. I think this is the color scheme I want to go with right here in the future for a lot of our builds. But I don't think our villager, our first one, is going to be that up on things just yet. They're just trying to get a nice basic place to live. So with that in mind, let's try carving out a small little house. That's good. And then let's do here, and thinking, try to map out how big this is going to be. There. And I think I want it to come out like this. I think this is the shape. What do you guys think? Yes? No? I'm gonna assume you guys all said yes. Yeah, alright, so let's fill this in. We'll come back and add some windows. Probably right up in there. Do this, and we might add a door to go out that way. I see the front of the house being more this little area right here. But do I want the door? I might want the door right there. And then this is covered. We won't see that if we do it that way, so we'd have to add something like that maybe. Or maybe it's like this. I don't like that either. Let's see. Well, I do know that I want this part to peak just a little, so let's bring this up higher and this up higher, and then that would be the door, and too far. We'll do this. So we're gonna mimic that same design over here as far as height. So we need to go up one on both of these, and then come across this up two, that up one. Yes. And then the rest of this is going to be the same low height over here. So I need to go craft up some roof pieces. I want to get this roof done, and then I'm thinking, oops, this is going to be a short peak right here. Not quite as tall. Yeah. Alright, let's get some roof pieces going. So I had some already, which I didn't realize that I was that smart. We have two options. Now this, I think, is more realistic, but I kind of like the idea of doing the blue instead. We're gonna do one of, oops, not that. I'm gonna do one of each, and then do we have, we would do something like this, or maybe not that. Let's go up top and add this. That will help. Might need a full block right there. Yeah, like that, and then this would come across like that. So that's one option, and then the other option, we could do something that stood out more. And again, I know this is probably a bit more fancy, so even though it might be nice to have the color, I might have to take it down just because it won't make sense for our story. And we're gonna have plenty of other houses to build where we could do something like that. And I don't have any roof pieces to go along the top to fully see this. I'll have to go make that, but let's oh, let me do the underside too, because that kind of changes the look. All right, so we have that, and we have this. Let's see, are there, what leaves do we have over here? So I don't see, it's mostly just the yellow flowers and the red flowers. So I don't think we would have this blue right here. I think that's something later on we'll do. Maybe once we get to the town part and less of the initial village. So let's take this down. I'm gonna go ahead and put up the wood roof everywhere around, and we'll see what that looks like. So I went ahead and took out the cragwood that we had here, since we're not going to use this as a separator. Redid that wall, took out the door we had here, because I'm thinking this is going to be the bedroom nook, and this will kind of be chairs and things like that. I think I'm going to leave this in just the way it is. I don't think they'd have anything super fancy beyond this. But I was looking at here and it looks great, but out here the roof line is stopping right at the edge, and I'm pretty sure it should overhang like this, but then this creates a problem that I'm not sure if I want this to come even lower or not. I guess it's gonna have to come lower. So I need to go do all of that all the way around, and I'll be right back. That's gonna cover up our windows. We can't do that. We have a dilemma. Do we just have it? We can't have it come low over here. We could do this. That's a little weird though, right? Not just me. Wonder if we put a pole there. Do I have fences? Let's try this. What if we did something like this, so it looks like it's being held up? Let's get some more grass right there. That could work, and then it breaks up this roof line. I think that's what we're gonna have to go with. Oops, let's copy, paste. Let's bring this down one more, and then figure out what it's gonna do over here. That's weird. How far did we bring it over? We did it to right here. So take that weird one out, put a fence post, move out my way, put a fence post, put a fence post. Maybe like that. That still looks a little weird to me. Okay, so some changes were made. One, I took down my whole contraption here because I realized this was way too close to the house, so I'm going to move this further out later. Kept a few things since we're still finishing the build. So I got the roof line to work, and the way I did it, because I kind of like, let me back up again. Whole reason for me being back here when we started was I do like the different heights in the roof. There's something that makes it seem more simplistic and basic, and that's kind of what I'm going for here. It's just, this is their starter home. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I changed this for a wood stair instead of the solid block. I think that looks a little bit better. So the only way I could make this roof line kind of work correctly is to mimic what I had up front, which didn't look that bad. So I brought this out another 2, and in doing so I made a door. I also took out some of the things in here, and then I decided to just go ahead and fill in, because I had some of this left over from before this was expanded 2 more blocks, and decided to just go ahead and fill it in the whole way. Put some wood walls in the middle, and then I did the same in here, and I put this wall here so that these 2 different roof lines would meet better, but also now we have a separate bedroom area. So what I also did was I went and crafted some of these. I thought the glass would be a little too much. I don't think they're upgraded to glass just yet. And in order to make these, I needed canyon stone. So I thought that was cool because there's canyon stone right over there. So it's, you know, natural blocks that they would have used to craft all this. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go ahead and dig up all this ground, and I think I'm going to put down the wood gravel wall. I just like the kind of, actually I think I'm going to put it this way, but I like the darker tone of it than if I just did the basic wood wall. I think that would be a little too much of one shade. So I'm going to craft some more of these, and I'll fill up the whole thing. I'm going to put some doors on, and I'll bring you back in time for us to kind of decorate this place and put the finishing touches on. Okay, so we have the whole floor done, and now it's time to decorate. That's a little too, yeah, that was too, it was taking up too much space. So let's do, there's a little table under the window. Maybe sit like that. You probably would face out, but I think that would take up too much room in here. I think that's it. So what do we do out here? Maybe there's another little area for sitting. Maybe when there's more than one person. We do something like that. Maybe there's more storage over here. Maybe we should put this one in here, and then these will kind of be the other chests. You know, I think I might leave this area until we figure out which direction this whole town is taking. Where do I want to put the torches? Like this? Or maybe like that? That could work. And then do we put it in the corners to match that other side? And then in here, maybe there's one right there. We have some shells. Shells. Where would we have shells? Maybe, I don't know. Do we need shells? We may not. Maybe we put on this wall. No. Oops, I think I just turned the roof. There we go. I think maybe no shells. I think that's not necessary. We have a footstool. Where could we put that? Maybe over here. Yeah. What else do we have? We have trapdoors. I don't think we need any of that. I think that's good. And then depending on where we go with the town, that'll decide kind of what I knew I did it again. Okay, so is there anything we need to do with the outside? We could leave this all grass. We could kind of build it out a little. Where's my grass? Something like, you know, that's like the opposite of what it would be. It'd be more forest here. Let's just not do this. I can see if the whole forest was like this, and then there should be kind of a pathway. Maybe that's not. Maybe we do some of this, and then we do these upside down. That doesn't look right. That does not look right. Yeah, that's not working. We could do I have any of the, try these, or I'm not sure. I think it's a bit fancy for right now. Yeah, let's wait. There's only one little place in the village. I can see where this would be. Let's maybe add some more stuff around it that mimics a path, so it's clear they walk down towards the water that way. I think that works until we actually have more things out there. Maybe a couple flowers over here, kind of dress up the area. We're gonna have to steal some more grass from somewhere. That works. Let's close the door. I think that's it. I think we're ready for our first choose your own adventure part of this new build series. Okay guys, I have one last thing to add to our build, and that's this right here. So what is in all of these crates and storage? Is our first villager here to become a miner? Is he going to go back into the mountains? Or is our first villager here to set up a fishing village out on the ocean, going down the lakes maybe? Or is he here to clear out some path and make a farmland? So let me know in the comments what you think. Is our first little villager here to start up a new area for fishing, mining, or for farming? Can't wait to find out where this adventure is going to take us. So I hope you guys will enjoy this new build series. I'm excited about it. We'll see where it goes. Maybe it'll be a bust, but maybe it could be a lot of fun. We'll find out. Take care.